Close to 70,000 people are processed through the 5 facilities that make up the Orange County Jail in Southern California. Most have not been convicted but are awaiting trial, charged with everything from minor infractions to murder. Some will be released or bailed out within hours. Others will call the jail home until their cases are resolved in court, a process that can take years. One inmate facing such a prospect is Daniel Wozniak, who prior to his arrest could be found performing as an actor on the stages of various Orange County playhouses.
I want people to know that I'm a good guy. I'm easygoing. I enjoy long walks on the beach. I'm an Aries. I just want people to know that no matter what, throughout all this, I'm really a good guy. Almost everyone in my life will say so.
What I know of Wozniak is that he's in custody for double murder. Or beheading was involved, as well as dismemberment.
Wozniak has entered a not guilty plea in a case that made headlines in Orange County. He is alleged to have murdered 2 friends in order to steal money out of their bank accounts.
They were saying that I shot both of them and decapitated one of them. It's not true.
Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty when he goes to trial.
The 2 victims were 2 of my close friends, Sam and Julie. Sam lived in the same complex that me and my fiance lived at. He had helped me out on several occasions. He was there for me when, I needed him. And Julie was just a friend in the group, just 2 of the nicest people that I've ever known.
Prosecutors say Wozniak was motivated to kill because he was broke and needed to pay for his upcoming wedding and honeymoon. He is alleged to have dismembered and beheaded the male victim.
I know his body parts, they say, were found in a park.
The victim's torso was found in the storage room of a local theater where Wozniak had recently performed.
There were 2 shows that I did there. One was Charlie's Aunt, and the other one was Arsenic and Old Lace. Yeah, I played Cary Grant's character, so a lot of fun.
Less than 2 weeks after the bodies were discovered, Wozniak was arrested for murder. He was at his own bachelor party the night before his wedding.
Our meal was over, we paid the bill, and all of a sudden it was a swarm of police. Came in, grabbed me, pulled me up, put me in handcuffs, and dragged me out of the back of the restaurant. And I said, okay, hello, how are you? My name's Dan, what can I,
Wozniak was questioned and taken into custody. A short time later, he attempted suicide.
I was alone in a room, and there was a wall, and they were all stone, so I saw the corner, and I said, if I jump and hit my head, maybe all this will go away. And it's still here.
Wozniak went into a coma after the attempted suicide. He says he tried to take his life because of the shame he felt over being arrested only hours before his wedding.
If I was given the opportunity to talk to my fiance right now, I'd either say, can I be with you out there, or can you be with me in here? The bond, I just love her. That's the hardest part about getting through my day, is just knowing that I can't be with her, period. It says absence makes the heart grow fonder. It does. It really does.
Jail has also kept Michelle Culberson isolated from her boyfriend for the past 15 months.
It is very hard. It's very hard. We miss each other a lot. And it's sad when you miss somebody that much. And you can't just reach out and touch him, and he's like right around the corner from me right now,
In fact, Culberson's boyfriend, Beau Diarbonnet, is only a short walk away in the men's unit of Orange County's Central Jail facility.
Oh my goodness, Michelle. That's the love, that's my love, that's my heart. She is a very outgoing personality. She's very kind, sincere, and giving. And she's a socialite, and sometimes I could be reserved, but then she'll bring me out that mold at times too. It's like she's a wind beneath my wings, It
says Michelle and Beau for life. And so I have it right there. Just to remind me every day that I love him and he loves me. Oh, we're in love. Like, I'm all blushy.
The only time Culberson and D'Arbonnet are able to see each other is in court.
We are co-defendants, so we get to see each other hopefully on the bus and also in the courtroom. So, yeah, so we get to talk and love each other. Or even if it's for 5 minutes, it still means a lot.
Culberson was pregnant with the couple's baby when they were arrested, and 9 months ago delivered their son.
As far as being in jail and having a baby, everybody's like, you know, what the heck? But they made me feel so comfortable. The deputies, the nurses. I had 9 hours with him. I got to hold him for 9 hours total, and it was the best experience ever. They took pictures of him for me, of us together, and the good thing about it is my boyfriend's mom got the baby.
While their love story might be considered unusual, so are the charges that brought the couple to the Orange County Jail.
Me and my boyfriend had a threesome with another woman, and she turned around the next day and said that we raped her.
Was this your boyfriend's idea?
No, it was mine. I regret it completely. I know everybody's like, was it his idea? No, actually, he did it to make me happy. Too bad I can't take it back.
Culberson and D'Arbonnet have both been charged with the rape of an unconscious person and sodomy. They have pled not guilty and have been fighting the charges in court.
Through the interviews that we've done, it was just very ironic to me that they both told a different version of their crime and how it was set up and what happened and some of the details that they each gave us. It was just drastically different. It was supposedly going to be a three-way sex act, but in one of them's reference, no, they were just trying to help out somebody who was down in their luck and passed out on the sidewalk.
I was in the process of just picking my nephews up from a party, and I see a person laid out spread eagle on the asphalt. Try to help them. I checked that particular person's pulse to make sure they were all right and okay. Then a guy that was under the influence came around the corner from urinating and said, "Hey, get your hands off her." I said, "Oh, excuse me." I said, "Well, if this is a person that you're with, why would you leave him laid out like this in front of like a donut shop on a parking lot? If that's your girlfriend, hold up, if this is your girlfriend, what's her name?" What's your name? Come on, fast. Something's fishy here. Something told me that, evidently.
D'Arbonnet says that he and Culberson then checked the woman into a hotel room and stayed with her.
I was laid on my back. And one thing led to another. And, you know, one night of fun can lead to a whole lot of turmoil, all in a nutshell.
Prosecutors say D'Arbonnet and Culberson drugged, sodomized, and raped the woman. And that the next day, they brought her to an apartment where they raped and sodomized her again and threatened to force her into a life of prostitution. It was only the woman's screams that alerted neighbors to call police.
You know, it kind of just reminds me of the story of like Genesis 39, you know? When Joseph was imprisoned and accused falsely. Things happen like that. Things do happen. It's reality. I mean, Paris Hilton got arrested. Come on. I mean, you know what I mean? Get him
out there. The best day for an inmate at the Orange County Jail is the day he or she is released. The second best just might be any day they receive their commissary order. The jail stocks a variety of snacks, toiletries, and other basics, which inmates can purchase with their own funds from a debit account.
We used to do everything hand input, and now we actually have an automated system with Scantron forms that the inmates will actually fill out 3 times a week. We scan them through our system and fill the orders in commissary. Well, the items we have, they're top brand items. They're not just your mom and pop type items.
We'll order up a deodorant soap. Gotta have the stamps. You know, some stamps, more than likely soups, you know, because there might be a meal you want to skip out on, believe me. You know. Trust me. You usually get those with the Cheetos, the hot Cheetos, and the soup is like a fusion with them. It just gives it that nice spice, that right texture. It's pretty good stuff right there.
Beau d'Arbonay likes commissary as much as anyone, but feels there's room for improvement.
I recommend there's a few items that need to be added, not only for African-American hair types, but I've been using mayonnaise and conditioner, literally, for my hair. A lot of breakage involved, so I'm like, please put some grease on here. Love, peace, and hair grease. Please.
d'Arbonay's girlfriend and co-defendant Michelle Culberson is housed in Orange County's women's wing. She and her cellmate, Stacey Ortega, care about their appearance as well. But with limited funds, they take a creative approach to cosmetics.
Me and my bunkie, we make different colors with deodorant, Crayola pencils, and we mix them together.
So you color with the colored pencils, and then
Yes.
you take the deodorant and just...
And then we mix it up with our finger.
Only specific types of deodorants can do this, though.
Yeah, the good stuff. Yeah. So you get it all good and mixed up, ready to go on the eye. See? Just like that, looks like a glob of color.
And we're inmates that get up and do this every morning because you stop feeling like a human being. Not that makeup is all important, but I mean, it's a ego booster.
Like Culberson, Ortega has been at the Orange County Jail for the past 15 months. Unlike Culberson, she's no longer waiting for trial. Instead, Ortega pled guilty to a DUI hit and run with great bodily injury.
I'm an alcoholic. I'm Native American and Irish. So all the experts say that it's in my blood. But aside from that, I black out. The average person is going to drink as much alcohol as I drink and pass out. You'd be in bed sleeping, snoring, whatever you do. I get hyper. And I flip into, like, I don't know if it's like Stacey or Tracy or what happens. It's a different person. And she's usually not happy, and she's usually not very nice, and she's usually pretty violent.
Ortega's conviction has resulted in an 8-year sentence, and she is due to be transferred to prison any day now. The victim of her crime is her former boyfriend.
Basically, I went out with my boyfriend and my best friend. We went to Sunday brunch, which is my favorite, and I'm an alcoholic, so I had my mimosa. And then I decided it would be cool to stop the bar, so we did that. And then I can't tell you what happened after that other than what it states in my police report and my plea bargain. Because when we left the bar, I don't remember even leaving, which is the tough part. But basically, we left the bar, and what essentially happened was I ended up running my boyfriend over with the car, and then fleeing and trying to get away. He ended up with a broken leg. He has steel or whatever they put in there. He ended up with a subdural hematoma. And what they did was they put him into a medically induced coma for purposes of helping his brain heal, things of that nature.
Ortega's boyfriend did recover, although he suffered minor brain damage. And the damage to their relationship was beyond repair.
Mistakes happen, accidents happen. And I apologized, I said I was sorry, and he's not accepting that.
Oh, you waited it too long.
No, it was already like that.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix it.
Coming up,
I'm a very loving, kind, passionate, caring individual, father, man, husband.
twice convicted of rape and now of a high-profile murder, an Orange County inmate could face the death penalty. On any given day, about 400 of the 5,200 inmates in California's Orange County Jail are being held on charges of murder. One of them is Daniel Wozniak, who, because of his notoriety, is housed in a single cell at the Central Jail facility.
It's small, but yeah, you got the bed, you got the Bible, coffee, milk, Jesus is with me.
Wozniak has been accused of murdering 2 friends and dismembering one of them.
Lord, let me know my end, the number of my days, that I may learn how frail I am. You have given my days a short span. My life is nothing before you.
While awaiting trial at the Orange County Jail, Wozniak says he sought comfort from the Bible.
I sojourn with you like a passing stranger, a guest, like all my ancestors. Turn your gaze from me, then I may find peace before I depart to be no more. So it's one of my favorite ones. Wow. It just touches home. To me, it's just exactly how short life really is. You know, it makes it a lot easier in here knowing, you know, our time here is just so short. You know, life is just a short time, but eternity's forever.
In a state of calm, or flowing through you like liquid.
Jason Richardson is also facing the death penalty for another murder that made headlines.
I've been studying Tai Chi for about 4 or 5 months now. It helps me center, get my inner energy flowing, right direction through all the positive channels.
A jury found Richardson guilty of robbing a local Home Depot store and murdering the manager, a former Marine who left behind a wife and young twins. At the time, Richardson was on parole for a prior domestic violence conviction.
Well, considering I didn't kill anyone, it's a hard pill to swallow. Real hard pill to swallow. I've been to prison, done a lot of things wrong in my life. I've made a lot of mistakes. Don't do robberies, don't kill people.
Richardson's criminal history includes domestic violence, bank fraud, and 2 rape convictions. All of which, he says, were the result of his abusive upbringing in a drug-riddled home.
I was just pretty much taught to function on a violent criminal, basically volatile level.
While all 12 of Richardson's jurors agreed he was guilty of the Home Depot murder, only 9 of them voted for the death penalty. The deadlock means that Richardson will stay at Orange County until a new jury can be convened to decide whether he will be sentenced to life in prison or death.
I'm not dangerous whatsoever. No, not even close. I'm a very loving, kind, passionate, caring individual, father, man, husband. Little postcards they send me. We love you, Dad. Love my babies. Love them to death. They're my strength.
Although Richardson was uncertain over how many babies he has actually fathered.
I have 3 from my wife of 20 years, and a few possibilities out there still. Actually, a few for sure out there. So I have like 6, but 3 from my wife of 20 years. She's an angel. She's one of the most sweetest, most honest, hardworking. If she wasn't a regular societal person, she'd be a nun.
Richardson has spent much of his married life behind bars.
I've got about 15 of it in, about 5 of it out. Just long enough to get out and make another baby and spend a little time together and go to Disneyland. And she didn't deserve all these years. I mean, she's such a good-hearted woman. She comes from, you know, a Baisa, old-fashioned Mexicano family, and she's so loyal.
But despite his wife's loyalty, Richardson has begun a new relationship. He recently reconnected with a childhood friend who he says is his true soulmate.
We've been back in touch now for over 1.5 years, and we haven't touched each other in 21 years. And every weekend, loyally and faithfully, she comes and visits me, and just we pour each other's hearts out to each other. She tells me how much she's missed me, how much she's thought about me. She's even looked for me since I was 10 and she was 13. There's always been something so special and magical between us. And now she's my soulmate. She's my wife now.
Richardson hasn't actually married his new girlfriend, but the relationship has caused a serious rift with his legal wife.
She can't help feel any other way, probably, but betrayed and hurt. We have grown apart, and those things just happen.
Beau D'Arbonnet and Michelle Culberson say they are very much in love, but their relationship has been interrupted by their incarceration at the Orange County Jail in Southern California. Their charges include rape and sodomy. They've pled not guilty, but if they are convicted in court, Culberson faces up to 9 years in prison, and D'Arbonnet could be sentenced to 16.
Honestly, I don't even want to hear numbers. I want to hear justice. I want to hear freedom ring, to be honest.
D'Arbonnet and Culberson are not allowed to see each other in jail, but they can write letters.
She has made me step my game up on my writing.
Dear Michelle, what it do? My sugarest love. Ooh-wee. I'm still on cloud 9 from that ride. I can see how you get them butterflies, the same way you make my nature rise. Just staring into those gorgeous hazel eyes. Let you know that deep inside, my heart is where you will always reside. And as you're reading my mind, it's not a surprise that you already know that I love you for life. Forever in love, your husband, Beau D'Arbonnet. Aw, how sweet.
While love letters might keep their spirits up, D'Arbonnet and Culberson face serious issues. Besides the possibility of going to prison, Culberson was 4 months pregnant with the couple's baby when they were arrested 1 year earlier. She gave birth in a nearby hospital, and once she recovered, returned to jail.
I am Iris D'Arbonnet. This is my grandson, Beau James D'Arbonnet II, and we're here to visit his dad, Beau James D'Arbonnet Sr.
My mother is taking care of our son currently. She's a bit older, and this is kind of hard for her.
I have applied and obtained permanent guardianship. So as far as it stands right now, I'm his guardian. I'm his legal guardian. I will be until he gets to become an adult, maybe.
She can't really carry nothing over like 20 pounds. She just had open heart surgery. She had triple bypass not too long ago, and she still has the heart to come up here and bring him up here when she can.
I've had the baby since he was 2 days old. A little bitty thing. But it's good too, because being an old nurse and having worked the nursery, it was easy to take care of this little fella. That's my daddy. That's my daddy. Yay, yay, yay. Little more hot here. Yay.
Yeah.
Hello, son.
Hey, Mama.
How are you? Love you too.
Thank you for coming by.
That's okay, baby doll. Say hi, Dad.
God is so good.
He is all the time.
Love you. Never held my son before. Never touched him, never embraced him, nothing. It's harder on both of us. When he tries to reach out and grab me, he keeps grabbing the fiberglass, and I know it's got to be difficult for him.
He said, I won't touch you. Say, how come I can't touch you?
No, son. You can't hold him. You can't help him walk. I haven't had a chance to feed him, change his diaper, all those things I want to do. I'm just grateful that he's in good hands right now.
We come to you, Heavenly Father, with bowed heads and humble hearts. Father, we thank you for all your blessings. Amen.
Amen.
Love you, son. Okay.
After visiting her son, Iris D'Arbonnet will take Beau Jr. to the women's unit to visit his mother.
We're gonna see Mommy. You see Daddy, we're gonna see Mommy. This is a ritual we do every weekend or every other weekend. Takes a while getting through the lines and waiting on the lines, but I figured it's worth it, because if I was in here, I couldn't see my baby. I want somebody to bring my baby to me.
Well, it's a little hard, because I can't touch him. I haven't touched him since he was born.
Does he know who you are?
I hope so. I think so. He sees me every weekend, so I hope he does.
Oh, you look, you ready, huh?
I pray he does.
You ready to get up?
Because he smiles and I'll smiles and stuff. But if not, then when I get out, he'll get to know me quick.
Peekaboo, Mom.
Peekaboo.
You gonna peekaboo with Mama?
Peekaboo.
You gonna peekaboo? Peekaboo. Hi, Ma.
He's so happy.
He is. He wakes up happy.
It's really hard on me. It really is. Ever since he was born, she's been taking care of him. It's a lot of work, and I thank God for her every day. I just hope this is all done and over with so I can get home and help her and be able to be a mommy.
Love you.
I love you too.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
He's doing so good. He's getting so big. You see how chubby he was. Just seeing him playing and seeing him smile is the best part. Seeing him smile and laugh and be able to play, knowing that he's a happy baby.
When I visit him, I don't want them to see me cry. I have to stay strong for them. Because it's worse for them than it is for me, because I'm out here. And I just never let them see me cry. It's bad. But I'm okay. We're okay. We'll be all right.
Inside Orange County's Central Jail facility, Daniel Wozniak has found himself in a very different world compared to the stages he used to perform on as a local actor.
Yeah, you just have little things around here. Got the sink, toilet. It's small, but, you know, it is what it is.
Wozniak is accused of killing two friends and dismembering one of them. If found guilty, he could get the death penalty. In the meantime, he makes the best of life in jail.
Bag lunches for dinner every day. Sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs. Most of the time it's either bologna or ham. Ooh, extra bread today. Look at that. You get your little carrots like this. And of course, plenty of mayo. So then what you do is pretty much eat the carrots, and then you have this as like a little bowl. You can mix everything up, like egg salad sandwich, stuff like that. You know, on some days, then it gets really good. You can get vanilla pudding or chocolate pudding, mix it with your milk, stir it up, you got a milkshake. So you learn little secrets like that. And bon appetit.
Though Wozniak learned how to adjust to life in jail, he claims to be less knowledgeable of the press reports surrounding his alleged crime.
The honest truth of what they're saying, I'm not really sure. Since I've been here, I haven't been able to read the paper. I don't know what they're saying. One time I turned on the TV and the mod or whatever, and then I just saw my picture on television. It was a mugshot that they got from the police department. They put together some old YouTube videos of me. I was in theater, so they were just flashing that all over the news.
Authorities allowed us to show Wozniak some of the published news reports.
Oh, great, that mug. Oh, my God. Captain Ron Smith, Costa Police Department. Okay, Cal. We figured it was the way he was trying to avoid us identifying the deceased so he could continue with his crime. It makes me look like Satan himself, that I orchestrated and planned all this. I'm sorry, I can't.
This was your friend.
Yeah.
Why did this happen to your friend?
I can't get into that. I can't get into that. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I really can't. I cannot.
If Wozniak is convicted of the murders, he could face the death penalty.
The death penalty is something that they are seeking. Whether it happens or not, justice will say. I just have full faith in the truth will set me free, and everything will come to be. I just pray daily. That's it. And not so much for myself, but for all the lives that have been shattered through this event.
Just a few miles away, at Orange County's largest facility, Theo Lacey, another inmate is also navigating the complexities of a high-profile murder case.
Jason Richardson is kind of a famous inmate around here. He's in here for the Home Depot killings. There was a video released of a guy who broke into a Home Depot to rob it. He's wearing a paint suit with a mask, and he's got coverings over his feet. You can't tell who's in there, but apparently he comes up to the manager. Manager's begging for his life, begging for him, just to leave, not to hurt anybody, and he grabbed the money, shot the manager, and took off.
Jason Richardson has already been found guilty of killing the manager of a Home Depot store, a former Marine who left behind a wife and young twins. But jurors deadlocked when it came to determining Richardson's sentence.
He was up for the death penalty. There was a hung jury.
All right, everyone strip down your boxers. You know the drill.
It's about to restart again, so they can find out whether or not he's going to end up getting the death penalty or life in prison.
But for now, Richardson's focus is on his complicated love life. While he has 3 children with his wife of 20 years, he recently began a relationship with another woman, a childhood friend.
It's such a blessing. We so know that God brought us back together and created this. It's so powerful and beautiful. It's like I can't put it into words. We feel each other so deeply and on such a soulful, powerful, passionately we each other. You're my every breath. You're my soul. You're my breath. You're my heart and spirit. And it's got to the point where I love you doesn't cut it. So we say I you. I just absolutely you. I will, I do, and I you are the things that we end our letters with. I will be yours forever and ever and ever. I do, keep you and take you, be mine, and I you. The last one I tell you is just basically I love you, but on a much deeper soulful level.
Richardson's new girlfriend, Santa, asked that we not give her last name. And despite knowing about Richardson's murder conviction and 2 prior rape convictions, she says his past is not a threat.
I don't fear Jason at all. I don't fear him one little bit. I've known him his whole life. I knew him as a child. I've known his heart. I've known his soul. I've known what type of person he is. I know about his troubled past, and I love him anyway. My biggest fear is that he'll get the worst. He'll get the row. That's my worst fear. I come on Friday and Saturday every weekend, and sometimes I get to come on Sundays. It's important to keep our closeness and to communicate. And we talk on the phone every day, but I actually get to see him, and I feel like I get to touch him and kiss him, and even though it's through glass. That's actually the hardest part, is that there's that glass there. Are you? I love you. Hi. Good. The straight hair today.
Daddy likes curly.
I know you do.
Mama, why you do that?
12 reasons. Yeah. No one understands. How does somebody as smart as you, as, I hate saying that, as beautiful as you, somebody who can have anybody you want, how do you get involved with a man who's in prison, a man with no future, a man with nothing to offer you? Can't help who you fall in love with, and I love him, and he feeds me emotionally. He gives me everything that I need. I you. I do, I will. I you. I am. Okay. Bye. Love of my life. I found the greatest love of my life. Yeah. In jail. Yeah. But you can't help it, you can't hope. You know the saying, and it's true. You can't help who you fall in love with. He is the greatest love of my life.
Unlike many of the inmates at California's Orange County Jail who are awaiting sentencing or the resolution of their charges, Stacey Ortega knows exactly what's ahead of her. She recently pled guilty to a DUI hit and run that seriously injured her boyfriend.
We were taking 10 females to Chowchilla State Prison, approximately 320 miles. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Ortega was sentenced to 8 years, and this morning she will be transferred to prison.
When you go out, veer over to your left and stop by the front of that van.
They cannot, I won't sit in the back of that van because I'll throw it.
Do you have motion sickness?
Yeah.
I hear you. I'll explain that to them and hopefully they'll take that into consideration. Go ahead.
Relieved to get the rest of my life going. Tired.
Are you glad you're leaving here?
Yeah. Yeah. I think spending 15 months here, number one, helped me get sober. This is the first time in my life that I'm sober, 100%. And it helped me realize who I am or who I want to be. Just comfortable in my own skin. I guess my biggest fear would be someone killing me. To keep it on the real, 100%. I mean, things can happen up there, and they can happen pretty quickly. I want to be ready for the worst and try to make it the best I can, period. So I don't want to go in there rubbing people the wrong way. I don't want to go in there with something to prove.
Right. Get on in back or wherever you want to go.
So I'm just doing me, and I'd rather be happy in the situation and make it that way than grovel and drown in my sorrow and not move forward. So I'm not going to move forward unless I'm happy with myself.
A few days later, Michelle Culberson received a letter from her former cellie.
I have a letter here from Stacy. Want me to read it? Hey, pretty lady. How are things going in county? I'm doing all right today. I miss you so much, Michelle. She calls me Michelle. I wish you were here with me. It's cooled off here, thank God. I've not missed yard since I arrived. It's too nice not to enjoy the outdoors. I think I'm actually getting some color back, and I gave myself a haircut. So now that that has been said, when will you get here? Ha ha ha. I'll be waiting, homie. Hurry, please. Love always, your best BFF, Raven. They call her Raven now.
Whether Culberson joins her friend in prison or not depends on if she and her boyfriend, Beau D'Arbonnet, are acquitted on charges of rape and sodomy. They have been offered a plea deal, which would greatly reduce the amount of time they could serve in prison versus being found guilty in trial. But they have turned it down.
I don't know, I'm innocent. So I feel that it is a risk that I'm willing to take. I am willing to take it because the jury, there's 12 people there, and yes, they either are gonna feel sorry for her or they're gonna feel sorry for me. I don't know which one it's gonna be. Supposed to hit it again, Bunky. Sorry.
Life is a gamble in general. You don't know what tomorrow may bring forth. Or I might just be able to be, hey. You can't find nothing on this man. All this stuff is just inadequate, puffed up charges. More than likely the jury would be able to see this too.
For D'Arbonnet, who is facing an additional charge of false imprisonment, a guilty verdict could equal as much as 16 years.
I have faith in God. The justice system is man's law, and that's a good thing, you know. Hopefully they upheld it. But I have a great God that I serve, and you know what? He is a miraculous God and a righteous God, and I keep my faith in him, not just in what man can do.